We cross over to Parliament buildings where reporter Silas Apollo is standing by with the latest now. The President Uhuru rejected the 2018 finance bill last evening, and this was hours after it was handed over to him, and he has sent it back to Parliament for more deliberations and of course amendments. And this has also called for a special sitting of the 12th Parliament that will be reconvened next week, Tuesday and Thursday respectively. But for more on this, Silas Apollo now joins us. Silas?
Yes, Gladys, it's been quite a busy day, I think, for the president yesterday evening. Of course, after he rejected the bill that was sent to him by Speaker of the National Assembly, Justin Muturi. Of course, the action by the president has caused has brought a lot of reactions, especially amongst Kenyans who are expecting probably that the president maybe would have accepted the amendments that were done by MPs to postpone the implementation of the 16% VAT up to 2020. Of course, you also be aware that the Speaker of the National Assembly has called for a special sitting of the House on Tuesday and Thursday to discuss the matter and also the amendments, probably the memorandum by the President on why he rejected this bill. And so I've just been joined by MP Simba Arati, who's a member of Parliament here, just to talk to us about maybe the expectations that they have come Tuesday and probably their comment and reaction in line to the President's directive. Mheshimiwa Karibu. So the President has rejected the amendment that you passed by Parliament. What would be your reaction towards that?
My question is, what was this consultation the Speaker and the Treasurer had? They should tell us. Therefore, either that's the consultation they had to advise the President to reject the bill. Because indeed, if they did not have, a consultation meeting, which was to remedy the current crisis, therefore is the same circus. But we want to promise the President that we will on Tuesday again send back the same bill to him, because we are not ready to negotiate on this. Mr. President, the only thing you need to understand is that this country, we have been wasting a lot of money, a lot of resources. People have been stealing left, right. Therefore, there is no way the same burden has to be, passed to the common mwananchi. Of course, it's Parliament which passed it in 2013. That's an argument. But my question is, who was in power then? It's the same group of people. Therefore, what we are saying is, Mr. President, even don't waste a lot of your time. We will reject the same bill. We'll bring it back as it were.
And of course, you'll come back and reject the bill. What then does this mean? The implementation with the IMF standings with the government, because the IMF, we understand that the 16% was a proposal by the IMF.
You see, what we are talking about is that the same IMF has been around, whereas it's watching the country in its wastage in terms of the finances in the country. Therefore, this one should not be the reason for us to be able to pass this burden to the common mwananchi. We have only suggested that if indeed the economy will improve, let us pass it. Let us push it to 2022 for us to be able to check around. Of course, the President has a goodwill in terms of fighting graft, and that we contain in terms of wastage of public resources. And IMF, of course, they can negotiate with the IMF for us to be able to get other mechanism on how to raise money to fund our debts that we have around.
Mheshimiwa, there's been a lot of concern as well that part of this issue of the 16% VAT was an issue that emanated from the last Parliament. You are the guys that passed it, and I made to understand you're also in the last Parliament that passed it. Now you guys are proposing a postponement of this VAT bill. Does this mean that probably when it was being passed, of course, there's also been this argument that there's a lot of overspending and misspending by the government, and so the best way is to impose more taxes on the common mwananchi other than reduce the spending in government and reduce corruption.
But you see what happens if we wanted it to be enacted immediately, we'd have. We foresaw that it was a big burden to the common mwananchi, and that's why we pushed it, expecting that things will improve. But if things have not improved, the president should feel the temperatures, how things are. Things are bad outside here. I'm sure now we have gotten our priorities upside down. Therefore, what we want to do at the moment, let the president agree with Parliament, because already Parliament has expressed. I don't think, the only thing is that the common mwananchi, let them watch out. The player on the floor of the house. I know there are those ones who will run away. We will not run away. We will be there just to send back the bill to the president for him to ascend, so that we can save the Kenyans from the so much in terms of wastage and management of the public resources.
And in your proposal now that you want to this 16 implementation of the 16% VAT to be pushed forward, what do you guys propose as members of Parliament and Justin Barati towards meeting these requirements by IMF? Because we made to understand that if we don't meet these, then there are a lot of obligations that we will have rescinded back on.
You know, the public is not educated on the implications of IMF, requirement in terms of passing the 16%. But my brother, I want to diverge from there because I don't want really to answer on the question you've asked. But I'm informed reliably that within the government systems, they have found individuals and in the office of the president where billions of money, individuals walking away with money, which money could have been put into the system to help the country. Therefore, the president, as is fighting graft, the only thing he would have done is to go down, first of all, to start from his own office, his own people, so that now the Kenyans can have the confidence that the president, what he's doing, he means well.
Of course, there's also been the argument that then what is the position of Parliament as well? There's been the issue of budget spending, government spending, the expenditures have been skyrocketing. Then the question is, what then is the position of Parliament in helping the government, reduce its spending? MPs have been fighting for more allowances. MPs have been fighting for more salaries, increased salaries and spendings. What then is the role of Parliament, and in your position, what should be done from your position as an MP?
The issue is not how much the members of Parliament, because if you are talking of 349 members of Parliament, it's little money, of course, which makes big impact in the economy. The big problem we have in the country is the budget making, where stealing of public money, it is involved. If you check on what items every minister has brought in, that's where stealing is. Therefore, the president, if he has to be able to work on his government, he has to deal with budget making. That's where wastage starts. Even the current budget that we passed here, that's where stealings of billions of money has been entrenched in. Yeah.
All right. Asante sana, Mheshimiwa.
Thank you.
Okay. All right, Gladys, there you've had it. Members of Parliament, Member of Parliament Simbarat is saying that come Tuesday, the status quo is going to remain. Their position as members of Parliament, in his position as Member of Parliament in these august houses, that they are going to send back the same amendments that they had sent to the president. And so Kenyans should expect same results come Tuesday. So we'll be keeping tabs. We're going to speak to more members of Parliament probably in the course of the day, just to get a gist of what the matter is, and probably maybe the reasons why the president rejected the bill will also be coming up in his State of the Address, which is set to be done today.